with your favorite station. Live, digital, and on your smartphone. The radio is hot. The music is hot.
Yana mapenia abofra o. Ni benya ye ai. Ni benya ye ai. Ni benya ye ai. Ni benya ye ai ai. Mama suwenyi. Nu hapna e. Ebo masemio. FM. Ebo masemio. Forever. Bo masemio. Mamina Hamamu Akwaba. No me saba paunsima edunumu. Yatnas ya newie yawa deria entertainment review nie. Kwesi abu ajini me di me pamfo ya kegum. Ye be din komo art and entertainment. Enyumu ya da sie George Daku. Twana nanu wonsia do. Kechenya. Na mi ye e mama e sewa. Na mi ye anu abuna. Yes, akwa ma no abuna. Anyway, ankasa de e lido do new. Ba nyom no ye George Daku nyom. Rose ba mi ye George. Sa. Rose ba mi ye wa. Okay. Enya asase ayaka mi didi apoto iwom onya ne mapeni abo. Oni asase ayaka su didi apoto wiom. Ni peni ye ai. Ni peni ye ai. Ni peni ye ai. Peni ye ai. O mama zu wani. Nu apna. Ebo masemio. Bo masemio. Ebo masemio. Ebo masemio. Ya kan eye boga ha life abakwa semwa ya se George Daku no shas ye wono de ba wo man mu ha ene we jai hodum say say last week nsu na keke kabobu ye di ne ho nkomo hey anyum tufu yi unya abutru afi say na money e shas ye FM. Enjoy the guitar works. Enkrofo ya bonyo mu penyo. Enye gbinshan. E fa ni sa ye de eso no no. Yenko ahumano so Kwesi Daku aye George Daku watu na nanmo nsia do nenwum eda asia na meboi. Yene no ni nkomo na yenye nsem no se ne sitie. Kwesi eda ase mu akwa baba Peace FM so ewie.
Mia o mini akwesi.
Sani esitie no se wo bo mi ni metie fomu a se na beka se papa George Daku atwa na nanmo nsia do da ben ne si ye de empa ne bai Kwesi entiu.
Ayo michia wetie fu nyina ewie ni tie mu no eye nana ampem Daku tufu hene okuma tufu hene mitie bim na ne ho fa ne kakra enti ebusia edene ma a doctor fo baja waye no ho adwuma na so sabio ukradia enkwantu menje enti senia enra etogwa obia tino sana etene papa daya wa sorry wa dane benkumso enti tie mu no ye ware ho ne abisiwi mu pa enti bia ho ne
ye ma busia shedin pa na mimusa o na nyinchirichiri mu no kakra na we no na ne ho mfa no dadai bia wo yade da ho cheye ana putupumua na bia o yensonu mu na bia oje mu senatie
papa anyari anda wanche papa nsheda anyari anda wanche na ni titie mu no onyi ne de atuwa na ato ebi ko trasa na so nyankopon si so manfie du songa na we hira o enti onya bi ka ho onya amfie bi saka ho nti na chese TTM na Onyankopon ne mbre na so se obefre na bana homi no abege na homi fefe enti nyu bi na dia ba bo no nyu bi na mia ne ko na emu ne mbre na aso na Nyankopon abefa na de ko.
I see. Enti se nya wo kan dia na chese onya mfie aduoson miensa 73 years.
You.
Na Senate
ponka ye twena ye dini birthday amano. Na musicians na bishia bodom fefe amane krani agi na so Onyankopon susu de nya ni nipa susu enti sa ne ko bai ne.
Enti na nka woda no besi da ben pa.
Na ke besi 5th April, which is Friday being Kanina watch every after Easter. 5th April.
I see.
How done this super perfect.
Enti nka 5th April no na obenya 73 na nka no.
You.
Okay.
You.
Okay. Na Senate eyade a ojayere ema ewe chire ma sen eno ho abakwasem no sen na nsem ne tie.
Pempen no ye mesre wo no watifu bebre se ho ne de ye nkoho mesre pi mbre simu no ebe mama frey ne de bibia tumanim na se atifu so atini ebe koso but ho de ebusuan ma kwansi ye nkasa mfa ho hoye enti no ho de ebusuan no wa twemu a wo hwe ne ya totu bibia na afi ya mo kata mafu no at the right time waka bibi achre atifu ne o manfu sanity ne
no krasa o papa ni nanampem dako George dako sanity
me pachoy me godfather fi me mufrasi.
Oh, okay.
Yes sir.
All right, so godfather na che say e bia enyo no wo wankasa
David bo onu na nanto wa che wo bandi munum eni na adwuma ni nyina mu isa no to me ketekete etwi ni yen apro na wa yegusu kura adwuma o kire yen no ma yegusu ye bisinde.
I see.
Band or two ni na jazz key band ayo high still yegusu ye adwuma ene na ye bibia en weja yegusa
enti be say infie be saying ena bia woni ni nante ya hunu.
Oh be infie duasa o
ache enti se
o
o kan bibi ka I see.
Kra
enti o kan bibi afa no ho a bia wo de be kai no a saying na obeka no
na mekani se yana nampem dako na misha no woni nyuma pa oba obeye isanse music no se du baby na ufa se bia ti se wo ye footballer wo se wo ye kubolo na so yene na to no wa ntre ye kubolo no wa ye nsua kubolo so ma yi nyina ye ko school obi ane ni ye boban bia no obi a ku school edu echi ene ye gusu ye adwuma no enti da bia da na ma ye koye ni enya de ba ko a ye pefi ne ho ne wo ba wo nti ase no obekire wo wanya botaro nyo bia opam ni pefi ne ho da bia da ye wo ne ho brant wo ho ahoho tese kuruma obi a nso ani je no ti ya shradi mum ya shradi kindra ya yikum ye kurum haidin esanse ponkese tutu afie mu du ponso tutu afi Ghana music industry, especially Boga High Life fraternity no shema ashrade
oka ye kroma ye din no tiefo muti na bia wo munim ahifa no fi e bia wo ken ho asem a e krobe asem na wo ken
ye ekopom ekwapem esanse oyo command to for hene oyo hene ba ohene ba na ne papa yo hene no na kasa nso bedi hene to yo command to for hene ofie ekopom ekwapem you
enti we no this year pa no da format is adishi yi ne be no meboa
audition kese pa audition kese pa no da form audition kese pa
kwesi ya mama shadin biu ya ma George nso yako yidi be si am yeso se chi ne be sending kono no bi maka ho
me pa chi mate
edasi
medasi
Kwesi Dako, son of George Dako, she's an adopted son. Money Palava, George Dacon. Oh Lord, man, they suffer every day, every night. Sometimes wake up in the morning, your son is willing, but the ball is weak. Yes, I knew where was you who bo. Wake up in the carbon, sir. Your soul is willing, but the man is easy. One time, to the top, 2 times, did the battle. Like a kind of size, I'm no crying. Money. I say money palava. Money palava, and if it is you. I say money palava. Sloopy Mike Jemfi, high life when you to need, any Sloopy Nin Komokakra. George Dacon, Sen or Tin, Sloopy Dase, Mwakaba Entertainment Review of Peace FM Series.
Kwasi me that's it. Me chawa chiefo ina.
So
na aganyum to fu ina me yako. Ade kese pa na to yeni. Na o twidi anti asempa. I can think of for me no pa no meje ho. Anti asempa kra.
We know ema mfa ne sen etimusen ka ba kentinka fom yenu fi se yenu anu na ekoyi da be ne bedum so ana sen pa na nkomo no sen na mo
Wasi sabi yi wode da man sanko mu yi na abeko disani awo kano no ni ankasa no obi ti se kabobu ana se Dacon me tipenfo George graduate Udimenim Kakra. No more Hansan Yeba. Kabobu dear men fantasy the same type. Sabi Yemfia Yedi about the same. To be visa to Noa. Then I didn't know a question Kakra. Say, I then say Yedi in a front line. And ye drop one after the other side. Then also original.
I see.
Nah, you know. In any case, you know, a shock. My fisa era no. I bought in your money a shock my. See a night to see na ubi a friend yonko na you know, and then come my dino na ya may have shedding.
I see.
Asenia sa ye era musicians no here brasso. Here aso. Unfortunately, you know, so within a space of fair short time, we now, but it's very disturbing. You see, idea, I
see.
And this anyhow can I, yes,
So, what are you saying? News, no, saying a beca on, sir.
Me nephew is here, me war a year brutally. Eti no pano na yumtini ba ko otiame bedi ako na o send message na menene wo enkomodie bi fa bibi ho eti update no the man no they can o say by the way another shocking news George Dacon is passed away and he said they told me WhatsApp so and I'm to be very honest with you. I no pa asenya you know fe na me nyane but me kind message na me so te me nyane you know at once because now it was heavy to accept it so I say after KK Kabobo just within a week you know Dacon so Edison and that's how I received it was with a shock.
Okay. I see.
Immediately now, I mean, so me fear said to call others, na musicians I war Amsterdam Hano, you know, with Freya and Chibiana Kukumensa, and so editor Sumam Sonia Assini. Now the interesting thing they said just about 2 or 3 days, you know, Kukumensa Mesami on ne solo Tini Manche solo in I see Kapu Assemi Naja Yedi Etichi and he said, you know, and do baby George and so they have a come here. It's a BP message. In fact, I received with a deep heart and a big shock.
As you to ni dear now Nimfa George Darko, who may be a dear pa now Kaipa Bano Ebia and Yum to Abaquasema. Dear now Kai Sleepy.
Okay. I'm say Ghana Yum to no, it would be ever journey from a certain angle. You have a ball band. And you to phone you one more fit a band culture in a buy. And you were almost a year computer age, you know, as solo artist, I say the computers in the program when you now George Darko one of the strong candidates for live music, let me say. Osha or popularize Ghanaian highlight music from a certain angle. Now the very interesting thing the material no will be to say my guitar band. Now me name the differences in high life from the angle of dance band high life and the guitar band music, you know. May appreciate George for that work he did around that time, 83 or so, and then you know buy. Now what happened? They say, Ghanaian music, as African music, you know, and yet that structured to say abrofunium. And most of the artists, you know, who started rhythm noir. Or bet to you said, they are not the same not to, but one at the same no, and I'm 70 But George in a far, one of the rhythms are not yet known guitar band rhythms. So I rhythm near friend of Jane. Into a guitar band, now who can no more bob band noir, who be key. Who be said again, I'm more bossy about Jane. Instead, there's a capu now, be capu, and I'll be no, not about Jane. It is a Jane progression there with guitar band, mono, and not George. At the year, I could brofo.
Okay.
And to be very honest, you just say, a buyer, no, yeah, book a guitar band, no. It was an interesting new introduction to the music scene at that time. Because and yes of Jane on but aside as the other influences be and the creative equity brofo. There was no doubt to say a year hit because that's our combination, very special at the time. Guitar bands before Nani boss Jane,
okay.
But now we never thought to say we could play it like he did it. There was something unique about that song. And a trigger a Ghanaians I venture into say mix it funk that kind of Western music, so strongly into high life now, bono. Usha reggae, for instance, dominated since a certain time. A lot of Ghanaian music reggae influenced. But on only the disco a friend say pop style no approach, into high life all of a sudden woke up from another angle.
I see.
In fact, say in the Caribbean, they're even more popular than Africa.
I see.
And me Kai Georgia, Mekase or a pioneer of a certain kind of Ghanaian music. Maybe electronic music, David. He rather played live music, but from a certain angle, I incorporated a lot of Western styles. A very, very interesting touch. That is what I remember George for.
I see.
And George is also one of the very good guitarists at Ghanaians in Yewo. Some time ago, now musicians, and yet but one more instruments no so no here will be brand no magidin kojo bass jodi cropper and you know a few of them a friend is saying the American guitarist Thomas Frimpong and you know they were known for instruments and not for vocals.
Okay.
But the same instrumentation no I died down kakra and vocals no na you know I take here. Into George here, one of Ghana's best guitar players.
I see.
Unim guitar band a guitar box.
I see. Now, but okay, man, say idea ba kwe bia who describe one can but yeah we the radio so near can show Burger High Life or no the Burger High Life ba the Burger High Life ba ni near can ho. I know to say
you true say sa I did not yeah no. And because at that time no they Ghanaians here migration to Germany. And a hono koye enyumuno efiye enti just say adapt yem say that word burger no like a citizen Germany enti somehow no it was a very interesting description and also a good name for the style of music now about a free hono no enti yes George Darko let me say a pioneer to Burger High Life. On a day, disco, any you know, they may say your guitar band style, and it created that kind of sound. No? Yes, and she, the pioneer of Burger High Life. Or no, actually, no, a lot of us, you know, be try say, yes, see a Burger High Life, you know, using some kind of Western influence like that. And she, they make credit, you know, with Burger High Life, the creator of what became known as Burger High Life at that time.
Sleepy, you better say, economy, I should say, Chibit me to be a count. You mean, shall we ba? Sleepy Mike Jenfi High Life, you to near Vie, no, see a near check a cra, George Darko. Make us say the what one and one see do and no Vie and Como and a ye de me bas studio man saying could you kin Whitney Watchman San Waha and young bonko my member studio near Como so get for microphone I mean shall see if you so George Darko
yeah Kwesi hello Kwesi make us say George Darko wabe ne die and or the the footprints by High Life more we achinye bia ni ho te se ne ayebisa se when a day hip life by us obi say Reggie Rockstone no obi say we no obia can adulteration of High Life near the credit no ema no George Darko this uwa winnim with his Burger High Life and actually no na yenuanum bin so be so Kwesi nyankopa frɛ no I think he lived a good life. Yenti nechi asem bia mediania kakra me de be so ne ampanifo ni nyina kan especially near
he led a good life no. Me kai pa say somewhere in the 90s okay 90 I don't know whether 97 there. Na George Darko invite me name Yonku DJ Abio those that know
Abio die Charlie.
We inviting ni fie. Wesley Gon. I na man for aje. He was one of the first people on Okotana Wesley Gon.
Wow.
You call and say, Papa, na ure mu abetra die. Because at that time no.
Yeah.
Na ni fie no enim pa Wesley Gon mo nim George Darko fie yes. And was one of the first people to have settled there. Echire ho no nyina ko nyina enwura nkwa. I say how do you say room too much? So what was any Wesley Gon we say so he really led a good life as you say.
Yeah. Obone bra because Nyankopon fa ne kransie. Mrepanum yanso yan pa be kan ho. Na ya hwe. Kwesi bebre no ha me de be kan ho biom. Benifo na kan ni.
Me da say Whitney, I mean to you George Darko.
Kwesi menim say Nyankopon kwa no vacancies are be munti ohia musicians be or how they are feeling to offer for legends, you know. Because last week near can KK oneself.
Sure.
And then this week you can
George Dako
oneself. Now funny enough for me Shiano had nothing to do with music, more to do with na Hindi.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time Shiano say my grandmother ohen work upon enti ye call for Udra and ye share na my grandmother kashe so, and this was about 20 years ago. Ye be wire me did it in enti so mo bet na say as impeding na beje aware no and obisa so ye friend me saying me bo me dey no say say ye twetwe ye nuanom ebe fie because ye bebre no and it's true na Udra say na process no we na no na ye ntia ase but and for the love of art no ye Udra na nkasa ono so wone concert na oye every year and one of the things make her say o ma eni eba ekropon ho pa because ni stu na I
think so. Shasia Bem said 2013 to Fuhini, right? To
Fuhini. And dane bibia every year bia no war creatives are no or invite you to a cropon after a main festival no or so ebo concert wo and it's one of the things I think the gap we create here I hope say not just the legacy but it's a gap that now is there. I'm hoping say whomever na ne bana on ne kasa ye no on man ne papa legacy na enkoda because papa ada ne benkum so but I'm hoping say even it will be named after him na adane annual festival because truly no kwesi enye omo pen on man o mahwe ade e Ghana ni na like you're saying no ye ntumi mboboga her life without needing enti Ghana ni na ahwe ade and especially busuana ne okuapem hene ye man yakọ
I mean you could
yeah and I think me who message na the idea about my na no ya na uncle KK so ekoi na uncle ananana George Dako so edene dia to so na emum ye beka say enfia nyankopon de man adasa say see enfia duoso no wanya de miensa ka ho na say nyankopon eni na dini ye watimi abobra ne bia fine no frefre anyomtofo a oni omudi nkomo account on my especially through PDF it was very interesting say you see culture the dynamic edu ba bia de wo no mo no ne ye de bia ka woni adada na ni so nyese bia be replace but adada na ni so en bi wa watu kwan akwa amanone wakosua ada sounds timi create that sound ne ba ye be ye ensana hokra ma wo mu am so mo boss that be where there something different has been added to ni enim dada no the story is very beautiful enti enya wanwa say na say enkomo odi na e ka say Boga High Life wa yadi din e bata ho and ade ba ko so me den say in as much say okosua bibi foforo ba na yanyi High Life na mfiri ho ye de kan wo say Boga High Life to be ka say guitar band High Life way High Life but ni nyina no esan be si High Life no because influence bi abeka ho no na ye de ayeden abata ho and e kire say watimi abadwuma ma ni dini empepa isan say dwuma a wabo nwuma a wabo no time and time again ye bekoswa ye de etie de ame metimi akasa me relate more ye odokala because that is around 2004 very 20 years ni and I say odokala I say me kire nyumu a meka se me metimi de mati ase yie pa from ono no na dey
so be hard
no was there I don't know go kai okay say bi wo ha e buy no we uswa But the infant say be a bar once when you feel cassette. Or your penny out to me vibe. Or dog color. Everyone about so now. Casanana. Ya man yako. Now we see our phones were catching no. Ya mom was shedding.
Me da say Kojo. Well, Yanko in entertainment review soon as you're going.
Stay tuned. The best radio. News on your number one station.
It's the weekend. Let the good vibes take over. Only on your favorite station.
With your favorite station. Live, digital, and on your smartphone. The radio is hot.
Watch on the jump on the other fucking entertainment review. And then it's over to some entertainment. I've been another entertainment review. President Obama for Tennessee. Entertainment
Entertainment review and part France no dear who here papa yanko enemy and to so akasma be do back on na bo na your next issue person chef nkomo bi e chance yam say bna dey atwemu tie dwumedie bia ye hye sankomo no ase efa bia ba ko bi wo hanom a ye event wo hanom say na si trade fair Ghana trade fair hanom say la hanom say na esie na edin da so fantasy dome mimi dey atwemu ni say Ghana Trade Fair for sa fantasy dome ni si o masase so ekobubu fantasy dome no fa nipa be empembe dunum 15,000 seating capacity onkobubu guye ni nyina ne se ni Ghana Trade Fair for kire benada pe nchirechemu a CEO de man no kire se papa na omone no won hihye agreement se yes omonom de asase no man no so onfa dome no tent no fancy o masase no so nhihye no omo no afi 2023 a besin call ye na nhihye no ba na wie ye entina eso otimi yi ni dome no fi onom sei before that no kura no omo bo no nka ye se aban ACAC Ghana Trade Fair wo ye no foforo si no foforo enti wo mu hi o masase wonyi ni dome na esi o masase no so mfi ho omo so omo bo papa nka ya omo bo no nka ya papa antie papa su chirechemu ne nsemu anu o kan se Ghana Trade Fair for yes no kre say yes ni dom no si masase so but nhihye no se ne esitie no mo kire se ba se bebi a ade no si no ye ba be de development wo ha ye be ma bebi fufuro na de akwa akosi sa nhihye no Ghana Trade Fair enni so wo ma enni so no mo hyase hwe mo twrotwro no nkrata se wo mfiri ontu na ade no mfiri ono montu ni dom no mfefi ontu mfio enti back and forth senia niam si koso na ekọ na eba na eba saa no papa ise Ghana Trade Fair for kra de padlock te so mo koto ni dom num omu nya kwan a chese nko pese ko no ko yi ni niam akra wo nya kwan wo de kodan court Emma court to the taboo injunction editor so. Say Ghana Trade Fair phone to me fa and san ken japade. Enna me chire me ndeye da so de ya. Ghana Trade Fair for akububu ade egu. Enti ebena dey Ghana Trade Fair for chire mu. Enna eye openia wono nso no dom no ye ne dia. Wono nso chire na sem. Na ba ko awia be nkomodie titrim. Ene se yesi eye fantasy dome. Electricity Company of Ghana for HSF pay no electricity. Oh. And come on say baby e say enye ho nenam. But assembly nie muntie. Fantasy Dome was stealing electricity at the trade fair site, says ECG. The story. The Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, has cited operators of the now dismantled Fantasy Dome. Was it dismantled? Was demolished? Which was operated by Fantasy Entertainment at the trade fair site from 2018 to 16th March 2024 for stealing electricity through an illegal connection to the dome. The recent demolition of the Fantasy Dome at the Accra Trade Fair revealed this illegal power connection to the Fantasy Dome tent. According to sources familiar with the development, the illegal connection caused a fire outbreak in the course of the dismantling of the dome because the electricians who disconnected the meter were unaware of the illegal connection. The fire service was dispatched to respond to the fire during the demolition. ECG officials on site, is it dismantling? Now he's saying demolition. Well, yati. ECG officials on site investigated the source of the fire and traced it to the illegal connection installed by Fantasy Dome. Enti, the Electricity Company of Ghana for Chirene said, Papa, now, we have electricity, they are called Dome, honum say, electricity na, power connection, honum say, ne illegal. Okay. Oh dear, my memory. Whitney, me shall see you, sir.
Kwesi, was it Tuesday? And na one trade fair CEO Nakasa and
sure.
And then we interview Fantasy Dome Leslie. Unfortunately, Leslie time I do baby I say meeting mom na me see go meeting maintain but I could tell from only Leslie back and forth and they say he felt like questions they say ubisa no when bisa and rather no you're sort of picking on him. I could understand where Ofiba because of investment I Fantasy Dome. But on the other hand, I think say between in common now uni trade fair boss ni di any Leslie no me as an outsider and I kind of felt say there's probably a miscommunication somewhere, especially where all can say no to rent still unless I heard wrong. And my mene can say there was nothing like that. See electricity the enso na be say na or tapping electricity illegally enti omo kwako yinia man pa jama omo free fire service. Kwesi, this is one of the year I think say unye wejuma for what it's worth, Kwesi, I must say asemi obekwa till the end of baby assembly said that because I'm sure so for Leslie Cecilia na oka say yes you tap electricity ya obeka say enye no kre. Meanwhile no me pacho trade fair we no omo yi pictures omo the pictures at Abonte
and for the pictures at Abonte
like fire service and answer are there any pictures to show there was the fire outbreak or anything?
There be me who bibiasa but near Electricity Company of Ghana for the at Abonte. Okay, I wouldn't say Electricity Ghana and the at Abonte, but I mean news reports and I also got this one from the CEO who sent it to me directly. Okay. So it's some document that says Electricity Company of Ghana, National Task Force Revenue Protection Division. and he has something. He said, notice of illegal electricity connection. Customer name Fantasy Entertainment Limited. Activity Event Center. So he gives certain details, bypassing our meter. And then the idea on take. So customer connected their power illegally to the Fantasy Dome Event Center, even though they have their own metering system. They bypassed the meter and connected the power illegally on the public network that was to the trade fair into but the electricity company for no person which trying to say papa no aye and a Fantasy Dome for a illegal connection.
Kwesi, like I said, no me same way. I think say you've done a very good job, but it's a quiet till the end because may shows off Leslie Kwesi see Obeka say enye no kre. Also, no, Leslie had workers because me say most of the time Leslie no ni oni omeimuha. So
okabati ofre Leslie because nanke pese yenini din komo, but this is what Leslie, when I tried to reach out to him again about yenini be din komo no. You're this saying, you say, good morning, sir. I will not be able to make it to the studio today as I'm in legal consultation with my lawyers all day. One, that's unfortunate, but everything that needed to be said has been said, and the backup documentation has been also been shared. Two, this is extremely disappointing to even for us to be having this conversation at this time. The Fantasy Dome, as far as I know, has not engaged in any connection of electricity illegally. I will release a press statement soon in this issue as stated. I am saddened that someone has destroyed my gigantic infrastructure, then tries to change the narrative to this absurd allegation not proven or released by ECG officially to throw dust in our eyes. We will be resolute in our mission to seek justice for the Fantasy Dome and the industry at large. Thanks. So, so you perceive any D and come about some of the issues about in the account, and especially with this illegal electricity connection in your account. You're this saying you say one in a lawyer for a din commonty. In fact, you're to Sakra friends. Okay, this time we don't even want phone interview. Omra studio near entrance in any incomo. Near brain to me church and see me in 8 years from Timothy. I am Sir Ejapadia Ghana Trade Fair for Bubunui. Or say, well, Nina lawyer for a din como, won't mean, but officer in your person can be a crown or Canada. Sir, Asema Wamadiato so my Fantasy Dome, a chin a year power, illegal in your cacahono, and Chibia, one of the crater or Moamanu or Manum Samon the Barber to John in your account, Whitney.
Okay, I think say that's a fair point, isn't it? Yen Shankosi baby a bedroom.
Okay, and before so could be no, I mean, for when some fun to job about Bibia. Okay, the CEO of Ghana Trade Fair, so Sani Bibi, but so great. Brim na meet you.
Well, Kwesi, it's just unfortunate say asem we abi drew baby a drew. Na me nim say Trade Fair ye mark say be ye be bubu ho ni ya ho yie no. Kwesi enye ne ache papa. When say na me office for Trade Fair Pavilion E. Na ho na me start here yiso ho. And the state of the building now is see how Trade Fair. Nyina no a disaster in waiting. I bet you. Baby, I near office no one crampo no. E wo mo because of a po enchine eyinzi no. O mo bon say dan bi a concrete bit me why be bo ho pra. Say obi gina see a problem. Inti minim set dan na see how the pa there. Na a disaster in waiting. Inti me say omo so mo be bubu CC in BM no. I think it's in order. But na me nim ne entira na che bebre until me say first one about is it printing press B? Is it printing press?
Raymond Archer
there. Na thought say enwane the last one. Then when so eba ye nti emina kakra emina because near bought refer for no subo pass bubu a DSC or da and no munya juma no and they say oh ya kan almost so the da and some no mama metreni intirana almost omaja adenaguo inti and then I be drew baby adru say na there's tenancy agreement there is ABCD quick
and in Chechemu no kra na kwakwa ti say fantasy dome phone na mama ejuma no enkoso
yeah okay
and this year mako bubu fantasy dome no me sure say fees abere e be hu say ejuma na enkoso
but me hu say ejuma almost start ejuma oho minima ni omo ye mbodie but onam kwan ho a sometimes uti me hu say
tracks ni ade
koso wo ho because it's just unfortunate see bubu sade way because o hwe sikapa ko mu a ene ade no so aye dome no it could have been dismantled and fixed somewhere it's some of the cocotte
the cocotte in junction but still Yakubu Bunegu
in junction see a date wo ho
say no there yeah
date na pa ho ana still na pe unkoma odiamentie Tuesday ni mo
January in junction injunction in my echo January.
Injunction echo January. Till when?
Nah, sir, I saw
injunction is mostly you have just about a week or two. You know.
A week or two.
Yeah.
And in January, and we are in March. Into injunction now.
Injunction, a new perpetuity, like a new forever.
Injunction new forever.
Debbie.
But see it me my injunction for some time.
Yeah, for some
until
time.
Say ABI be can 7 we. Kwesi mpacho momwa etie for the BT ne questions are me bisa me so me Thursday Tuesday no enti mpacho mom the injunction no was for them to do what not to break not to dismantle till when till when kwesi Mr. Boaje
me too
me say injunction not till when mo bisa
me say forever so great can answer me me engineer honum say I say now so it is not forever it's not like for afebo I can read the court documentation but I'm just saying
no time in here okay me that say enti well yen twen say court and so e be determine whether there is a breach of your friend is saying mo friend say dey say contempt of court and CBB a yen hwe say no so be ko say say injunction that so and ma me na ko so akobubu no sorry trade fair for na akobubu no enti no yen hwe say there is be there is breach of yen hwe say na be ko say I would love to see
ma me but yen no akobubu
and na me can say okan no who so che go friend enti that I was relating but quickly me who say no it is trade fair enye or no individual no na
now see them say me friend
so now okay
okay
so
it's so great koyo ki ma minti we na bo so great no minti ase
yeah it was a brand and ye di hon komo na ye kan ne beka and outie account ni me no the free trade fair management oba any Ura Leslie ehoba obia wo bibia office ne nua na afa ne na ndi ne ye because utie nsem a a free trade fair for kan of to say omo kire say de omo ye no omo wo nyina so na bibia nkrata asem a kire say omo ne fantasy dome for ko nyina no kire say de omo ye bia no ye pepepe one fantasy dome okandi ni nso di nkomo a ono so be kire say according to agreement ni nyina no enfomso bi ya de aba baabi ekoba ni say dia na adwumako ebetimi ade hu komo nyina ye court
so let me just put this one across. I mean so create now the way we see near him. So injunction no yes almost file but as to whether court no grantee I don't have any information as to court no grantee that injunction. I think that's one of the things that and also say to me share hormone so enso. Yeah, so one thing is waiting on file court say fine you want injunction. Court no grantee and no one grantee that is not available now. I don't know so.
Because no kasempo say asena or they confess one no na so omo person be ana acceptance and son almost anko yeah the de betari building ne ho
yeah it's true. I know so many substituted service.
Exactly.
So the court actually granted them the order. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Enti no baby adu de court ene betimi aka ne yefi say ye hwe sika e bia akọ management of trade firms so betro say emredodo they have to wait for Leslie to move at the na ni na so your cost to them enti eba ne say na court na be kan emom ba bia new story ya bayi na say light wo mu real light no boni de udi boni a udi ne 10 years ni ehu say we de boni e betimi emra betimi aso mu na emom no adenti ne e betena ho na amanfo aye ne enye for a long time na ma ibi o man na hwe esika na do time bi say ansana ye ba be ka say wo real light ihunu say no so no ba say epese e be take a shine away from the true conversation na ye have because facility ewo trade fair and a trade fair no management. It is obi use ECG no in a very wrong way anti me and check it and share who sanya man yina for years. The man say bibia and sia na bi onipa na yampa se o use no wrongly no go so use wa ebo o man neka. Wahu na no nka se bia o ma hu no yentimi hold no say bia wadi boni bi say but I think say time na san komo no eba no it looks a bit funny for me. Now I say we are not very proactive. Name we yetna hwa ma eniema siwia ansan ye pese ye kire say tumi ana say emra ewo because a case na ba na yade a it involve people's investment. Enti yenhwe say court betimi aka na ba bi emra ne da no say trade fair management any fantasy dome for and in a year na ne emra ne ka no aka say almost ni omo ye no edane kwa mu pepepa na emra na ka no bia enya ne ho entiase but this issue of lightness no
yes sir issues like this no eya me bisa say omo ko dismantle sa niema we ya omo ko demolish ya omo ntimi dismantle mo instead of demolishing it
ntimi ya no ana
me bisa
so one maame ne kasa aye no unless I heard wrong, but there was a mention of Yamani baby anka yemfa nkosi. And as I heard that wrong.
Debbie, I know I'm him sir.
Leslie mom
no agreement no say okay. So me mom baby. In fact, almost say on contract say so mom baby but omu fi say sa ho no nyina o ma pa ho na ade no kra omu develop ho nyina. Enti eno kra no emmem ewo ho no say
because me dey ade ne say na hamio because we tapoli ni
me awka no very technical. You need technical men on betimia at dismantle at the end. Enti sa omo ko na omo ko say ade no dey some the bulldozers
technical
and no why na babe
I think say that is why sometimes it bemoans on you, especially unim wadie ne how much it costs. Bibisa, and I'm sure say in Kofo start here and Kofo will call you say to get people to go and do it because me I'm looking at Sisiano. There isn't even a possibility say if you bet me use to be
and I must say I no say
yes no ya bubu and no kwa say other equipment I would them when yes a side building there
why a juma or fantasy dome that I mean
destroyed
ntinka niema no omo yi sa niema no nkogu ba bia because sometimes you see oti obi dem ana say oti obi dem na yetu anu ntu a yetimi kofa police ni police na ba be gina ho no we take inventory of a niema a woman no
and no we order to destroy
but no order to who give an order to destroy please entinka ni nka ye nye ne sai no mun yi niema no with police inventory no mun fan ko gu ba bia
anti order no the man no kan as small kan who give an order to destroy omo ma order say omunko yi niema ni view Yama order so munko bubu si order to destroy
Tuesday so wanti
there be
let's crash on say no ko ho and na obusa for the in charge no and also ono de order a dear man and say ombe destroy adeɛ no nti say bibi ne one trade fair management nti that time no okoye bibi foforo you do it why ya small say code ya deɛ oye bibi foforo you do it at your own risk.
Wow.
You can be taking on that.
Wow.
Wow.
Maybe I wish some common I wish some common rule how. I wish some common rule how.
A lot of money. Yeah, Kike say yeah, any venues the dano.
You know what I mean?
You need common we and honestly, I mean, we'll still explore.
But this should be a case most of the time, no, because sometimes ebia what you be space now why investment as you ho until we kakrampo me time na so near say but you did renting on for how many years?
5 years.
5 years. And after 5 years, now what happens?
See, pay on contract, no. Yes.
Well, yes, in
your contract. I say a woman say here for a year. Agreement no here for redevelopment. They will take it back. They won't mean for any permanent structure be anti.
Is it you be well claim say na for future ko afuche ko nkwe. Yesie sabi yesie afunu bi no na afunu bi nso gina ba bi hwe. Me pa che wo. Dom ya ebisisi aban nsa asisu yi. Yen hwe no chena bi nso no who are someone called you?
Yanko enim Yapon, yeah, but quickly, there's these two issues. We are present to my drink and so. Sorry, yeah, at that bonting. Me idea we maintain you. So, African Games, 13th African Games. Me the year be na omo be wie. Me no me 19 akwanko hebi. Ma idea omo ba be wie. Ghana hanum save so no idea we break cry ya ansana. This is the first time almost started, so this is about the 13th All African Games I said. If you need to me yenye bia ye host to Ghana say and I mean no me ntimi anko we no this yesu bebe bio enti me no me anko hebi idea ba be fair kon I say 13th African Games na course no fa ho America for pa na me trust em to dey be out America na asem bi esi wo America na asem bi sia na Ghana but yes America be corner oh a man for na tell say omo ko shin for omo like but yes America cause America it say kaswa say baby ketu bi there bi nya sanity chrono super man so enti 13th African Games in Ghana has a course right is we twi we need say penny awata unte hwe hu hwe asemo Ghana for is a who dear a bit dino bat we say unko bi abakwase me say otimi do ma na umko hwe bi I mean African Games na many excuse okay many say many excuse ntimi amfa nkole anko hwe bi menya sa na nkomo no kra me pese titru yedi ni say memende omo shas ye na anyomtefo ko perform ye yesi memende nsu no ombe wie no anyomtefo be perform na ni aba be nkomodie pa ne say yesi Stonebwoy ebe close enti ebi so Shatawale shas ye na Stonebwoy ba be wie. Why is it that every time I want to do Shatawale Stonebwoy what's that thing too for? Me, I'm not comfortable with that thing. So Shatawale started. Stonebwoy had to close. But 13th African Games, no. So Stonebwoy will also be closing. Now, Stonebwoy, Jineye, Maoyem Shisho. Upumpu me catch roll. Stonebwoy, Maoyem Shisho. Because any day Shatawale in Sani de Bayo. And to the Ukrautia, ya Bokoko. Stonebwoy, ya Bokoko. Sani Shatawale, performance, ya Kotrukano. Uye na se, ya ma 4 minutes. Na a Kotrukan. Ye ba be trouble. Ye ba be catch roll. Pepe to send ye catch Shatawale. I was your Tiasi, no. Ye ba be catch roll. Pepe. Eko ya, ye beka. Anko ya. Kai who say? Because ye mubi ye criticisms send ye see ye constructively you catch okay Shatawale anko ye I say 4 minutes because 4 minutes okay compare 20 minutes a man for say dey 4 minutes be cry ye be 2 minutes ye who be ya man for Burna Boy ko gina ye see am 3 minutes 4 minutes omuna ye be performance ni we anko ye anko ye kan binum so mo ntia ase fine no problem but they can't trust Stonebwoy sisi a na ba ba ye di kan ka chro ye ma 2 minutes kra brana be magic wan ye senior abide botachi ne de bebo ba ma yem hwehwew opo ye kan chro ma yem hwehwew Stonebwoy enti asem no Socrates
yeah kwesi
yeah kakra
well o can say ye fire ho akwesi I beg to differ
and fire there ho
event no
yeah
fire ho pa o kwesi
I am not speaking Socrates unye Ghana
yeah me Ghana nyina
na wo anya Ghana nyabutre omo start ye no ade kura na man fon kwa ye free gate kura still a man fon ko
kwesi omo interest wo mu no omo ko yes kwesi enye Ghana fo nyina na betimi akọ kakra obi omo interest no omo beko and omo ko no
nonsense na
kwesi this is not nonsense, this is fact. Every evening kwesi
don't come
since you started boxing no ko Bukoma Arena every day me kobi and run ajo me ko ye every day every evening me ko no ehwa ma enipa gu ho mo hwe enti no omo interest no ombeko ni only interest no
you have problem but
I don't have problem you have the problem
you are ready say me no ba be
yes this way nko ade kwesi
so attendance
yes.
for you no is encouraging for you that's
there's difference between attendance based on ABA publicity. If you want to start in a Singaton, you shall see no na kakra e build it up.
We need time. Good argument now.
Inti no kwesi attendance ne dey make say amount for we interest no mo call me bobukom for abaso arena de bia ye ho ye ma enwumre me san akọ
African games hope no mo ye na
there be enra look ma me sorry mo Ghana for abaso
I find no mo ye African games Mami Venus no.
But man, any friend say how do you call it? Legon. And omo ye bi Bukoma Arena.
No, conference Grand Arena.
Grand Arena. Okay. Enti various ni our interest wo mu no. Obeko. Kwesi meti wuti we minya sure se wako stadium akosha ball mpoda. Wo kwesi aboaje. Minya sure so wako stadium akosha ball. Enti wo na wo interest wo mu. But omo interest pa dey I beg to ene female football omo finals e Cape Coast omo ni Nigeria omo ni Nigeria
na radio now kasa because the way I see when you ask
yeah ma many
because me tell him say okay microphone me be me there na sen wo there enti u kemu a nya abotre asema kan radio sisi enti na me need time unko stadium ko he football da u kra nya me no kra ba me se binim se stadium bibi sa Inti I mo kra say ugina say
bibi benka o kan bibi sa
one of the games at least me no kra ko share ball kra me say when say
when was the last time I share ball
and you see how changing narrative no see me in court stadium that
me won ho me wo kwesi Fifi Banson Has versus Kotoko. Now Peace FM was doing the coverage.
Oh, so Peace FM was doing it. So it was an assignment.
It wasn't an assignment.
It was an assignment.
We were not covering.
Yeah, we say Uncle Stadium that.
We were not covering, so it was not assignment.
Whether assignment or assignment.
Neko Stadium, I never know Neko Stadium. I've been to stadium so many times. Even Kumasi. Mafaka ko Kumasi. I go her board.
Team Ben or support.
Nonsense.
Oh, only team. Enti kwesi ene asam
mafa miama faka ko Kumasi akohe Kotoko ujira anu se be jira
intelligence wo support Kotoko on support team papa nso kwesi you see ene enwumre yi female Emma Black Queens me say Black Queens under 20 team no mo ni Nigeria bo final say wo Cape Coast enwumre yi Eno Baroni is repping there enwumre yi enti no me ka Ghana fo nyina say omo make it time for it. And what happened at the University of Ghana, me Ghana for athletes no, remember no. Nigeria took a revenge. Kwesi na me ya with a split second and omo BT Ghana. And it happened within the third baton change. And omo delay kakrebi and in Nigeria for already found a split second. And me Ghana for na baso. Then there was another lady, BB. Okay, kwesi, what your mami fancy ya na Saturday no. You remember we can, but who can usko and what can you kakra kwesi about Stone Boy.
You see, all these are the things we may head because who has
don't head me. See who head me. No.
But we are not me head wa. Now who has secret? The issue that we put there, it was just to come and attack Kwesi. That was what you wanted to do. So you finish. Now the main issue now I deal with Okay, but finally, let me mebo Ghana boxers so abaso. Oh my idea, papa.
And I'm wrestling.
Okay.
I'm wrestling.
Empacho can papa ni uncle.
Me yeah.
No, try to pass it. I said more can you need to see me can any answer.
So what can say?
But to say who can say papa ni uncle as if say and say me can no. Adi e won hwe bi me ma hwe me man me report.
Secret. Me you say about you.
Yeah. Yeah, organizers number so. In fact, we who say Stone Boy ebe and the performance closing ceremony manager. In fact, for the dancehall fraternity, for them to get Shatta Wale to open and get Stone Boy to open, it's a win. Too close. Sorry, it's a win for the dancehall fraternity in Ghana music. I just say they are doing something very right, and you can't let go of that history between Omumi and anyone comes and already sa conversation bar with the Shatta Wale open paper.
But Stone Boy should be a Shatta Beko be also Beko. Many no kamenji, men kamen.
80.
Many no kamenji more because Shatta Abo open me more. More close.
Say
Kojo.
Yes.
Can you so catch it?
Say.
Na some more can ye.
Also no, na say also no. Or your Stone Boy intend na adwene. It's untimi the history between the two camps in free. And na Shatta opening no conversations about it you obi a train what Stone Boy will also do on the closing and mano heads up so and so Timmy because near my man fucking kind
enti we no kotokofo aba enti we say no mpeinfo na sombo kolobe ya na omo ano mo yes no mo so mo nya obi ase Stone Boy e bia no my Satani Stone Boy
so mo hwe what the crowd is saying and what the crowd loves.
crowd be
look, it is a healthy thing to do to bring the two of them.
Omunim say this will pull crowd, and they need the crowd for the closing ceremony.
Yeah, yes,
they know it.
Abia afterthought, whatever. But so
Super Bowl, I didn't kofa the stars nom de
I didn't Super Bowl kofa nom de way boy kofa Shatta
Wale every year. I didn't pe artist the bench artist what crowd.
So great. What he's saying, you don't understand. He's talking about the rivalry. Super Bowl. There's no rivalry.
Yes, it's true.
There's no rivalry.
You don't understand.
Is it about rivalry?
Super Bowl.
Yes, they didn't bring them because of rivalry. Because of rivalry.
In terms of their game.
And yet rivalry. They brought them because they are top artists. Huge appeal across
and the
globe.
masses want them.
Yes. Conversations.
Yeah.
And your
Super Bowl, no?
to Super Bowl should
Super Bowl, they
in.
bring people who have huge following. Artists be no. One will be that. They bring top-notch artists more huge following because they are marketing the game.
And to your choice new year. I'm on for to meet Tenassi. No my analysis.
So, it's all part of it.
Socrates Anna Yasande Yakofa we abeka ho
performance not they judge
when there is a history
when who say Super Bowl this year more compared this year Asha performance last year
compare
Socrates what do you watch what do you read
and you know I ask a question give me an answer
it's all over social media
they compare
now who am I compare who am I share
yeah, and you know, a good choice for me. Yeah, sure. How the end will also be, and definitely, we are conversation. Ever sign that because more beam. beam natives one ever before no they compare SM for so be share
for life is for life.
Exactly, loopholes. So definitely we are waiting for another week of
conversations
how it will be. And as you said, say Stonebwoy should also make sure say obenya ni yi because anko ya among for because you got the opportunity to get information about what people wanted from Satawale now, so you had the chance to correct. So it will bring that conversation, which is all good for the 13th African Games because and come by I think says sa performance even through light on the games. Because near was a publicity I do by Binaya Castle.
Okay. Publicity in your man, yeah.
Okay.
Whitney,
Kwesi, for me, I think say the beginning and end, you know. As I say, it should climax on a high note. Say you're starting to say and let's not forget say opening it was.
But once I make about rivalry na a year idea na secret for no baby and common that no kind you see say bra I mean Satawale nya opening no na fans no the fans teach you dey na kwesi okay well artist bia and me that opportunity.
Not just about him.
So then I'm asking, I mean, these are questions that, I mean, of course, this, but won't you say a camarade man, baby, sir? Said, did he lobby so okay because Satawale I continue by me say so me that stage, you know, so
because one thing I know is the opening and closing was determined long ago. Okay. It's not because OBN or because Colombia.
But let's not also forget, say opening, no, Kim Promise was also there.
Which are your idea?
Yes, we seem to overshadow that.
And yet, Stonebwoy, and now, almost designing program, no, it was discussed, we be opening, new way are you closing. Into a new BB, we call you into that way. Let's put that.
You know for a fact. You know for a fact. Okay, yeah. According to Socrates, who is part of the local organizing committee.
I'm not part of the local organizing committee, please. Oh, and Yama Winnie no count. And Yama Winim, Obetan say Canini no count.
If you are
I'm not part of it.
Okay.
Don't put false information.
You've corrected me.
American embassy for media, you should have been there.
Okay, stop.
False information.
Stop misbehaving.
Ain't that man different information me back. Yeah, bet me I hold you.
I'm not part of the
organization.
But local organizing.
A reality show.
Announcement. What me doing, baby? Yeah, announce so yeah. A media person to say when that information.
Sometimes so very interesting. It's okay. It's a very interesting character. Yeah. You see how he's talking about this thing.
You see, me and you, we are interesting characters.
Yeah, no, I understand. But I'm just saying, sir, when we say I was asking the same person. I say me ba ben when you can. Or see you're part of it. I don't know this one. You see, we are in any area.
I can't know everything.
Yeah. You know. So I'm saying you have put this. You say yes, officially.
Because I also got my information. What am I saying? Then you know, so I know your information.
Yes, to me can't bontia some years in FSM.
Abontia some Nigeria some and I say Togo some na me.
And am I am who some has okay so.
Yeah, better. Okay. What is there say if was and to us or thank you to?
Me can be sir.
Oh, okay.
Me can be sir. Or in Canada.
Thank you to that Ghana for us.
Okay.
And me never to us.
Minim say nka
e bi so monti as say or thank you to.
Na minim say nka so call keep kusene.
Me headline back or match was okay field into a koi. And I'm say na so man pay that Mahama say thank you to. One we need Okoda man for us.
But Okoda man for us say say almost support no.
Yeah.
Yes. And what is wrong with that?
Man for be so monti as.
Because see Ghana no we have different shades and we have different shades of people. Ebinuma sebi omonti ase wo ne mebi nso ho no and democracy, the beauty of democracy allow obia ni anadwen wo form ni anadwen wo soro obia. That is the beauty of democracy.
Yeah. Information about Kintampo City Link. They be a Thursday bi omu bi emu ku ha entertainment review. Omutie fa kojo myopia wo abia wo yirete yago for Israel wo yira.
I'm sure. We need anything?
Yeah, Mrs. Irene Ayesu esu ochiao.
Okay. So.
Philip here.
Yeah, so.
Or see a normal point time into ochiao.
That's it. Whitney Boachman and Secret Safo Kojo King. Women nan kwani ahoden ha ye besen hia. Odi an kan kwa me boade a kwan so bebro dwumedi ba beto so. Salamat pinto boa me to ayechi ahihie dwumedi de bremo. Isabella and so boy Peter Scott on social media. Me amidi hu chia me kwesi aboaje eni me din. Ensio be ya boade. Aji nyame. Want to me keep you want me call.